By one of those curious twists of fate, it was a groin injury to one of the bowlers that Tendulkar had taken that 100 off that allowed Sachin to complete his cricketing education.
Originally we lined Craig McDermott up to come as our first overseas player, and then he got injured. So at the last minute he pulled out, and it was then, crikey, you know, who we're going to have, because, you know, obviously Yorkshire's first ever overseas player, it's quite a big deal, and you know, we just couldn't have any Tom, Dick or Harry.
Enter an Indian cricket entrepreneur who to this day operates out of premises above a garage in Dewsbury.
Soon as I heard that he's not going to come because of his injury, I rang Yorkshire Cricket Board immediately. So next day, 7:30, I went to the committee and discussed with them and explained them why I want Sachin. Because of your image, I want Asian to come and play for Yorkshire. So they says, okay, if you can get hold of Sachin, will you let us know?
We were playing down in Surrey when he arrived, so there was a big press conference down at the Oval, and they stuck a flat cap on him and shoved a pint of Tetley's in his hand, you know, first photograph, and that's a legendary, you know, photograph. The thing that struck me straight away was the maturity of the guy. You know, at 19 years old, the way he handled that scrutiny and the questioning at the press conference was unbelievable, really, for one so young, and the knowledge he had about Yorkshire cricket as well. So it clearly, somebody had done his research for him, or he'd done it himself, that, you know, he knew more about the club than I did.
The last 128 years, they didn't have any non-Yorkshire, they didn't have any outside player from Yorkshire. So I think it's a great honour for me, and it's a real challenge for me at the same time.
The signing was a huge success for both Sachin and for Yorkshire. On the field, Tendulkar lived up to his boy wonder reputation with over 1,000 championship and 464 Sunday League runs. And there it is! That's his 100! Headingly stands to Sachin Tendulkar, and I get the impression the young man's pretty pleased about it as well. 69 deliveries. But that was only the half of it.
The lads loved him, you know, because he was that kind of character. He was loved by everybody. You know, just such a polite, humble, you know, unassuming young man at that time. You know, and soon got into the banter of the dressing room, you know, and, you know, his mock Indian stroke Yorkshire accent was brilliant. And he also managed to get the lads quite a few free Indian meals, so he was very popular.
I saw him, the day he comes and the day he went, it's two different persons. He's completely mature. It was timekeeping, getting up in the morning, preparing his breakfast. You know, when he was by himself at home, he was making a cup of tea for by himself. In India, there's always servant doing all this kind of job. Here he was doing himself.
Sachin didn't play the whole of the season. In mid-August, he was summoned back to India to play in their domestic competition. But the circumstances of his departure certainly left their mark.
He knocked my door about 11:30 in the night. He was playing an away match, last match for Yorkshire, and he came 11:30, and I was fast asleep, and I got up and I said to wife, I said, who's this time of the night? And when I opened the door, it was Sachin Tendulkar at my doorsteps, and I said, Sachin, I said, 11:30, what are you doing? He says, Solly, I'm going tomorrow. He always called me Solly Bhai. He says, Solly Bhai, I'm going tomorrow, so I just come to touch your feet and your wife's feet before I go back home. And it was very, very nice of him. I came into tears when he touched my feet and my wife's feet. That is Sachin. Besides the cricketer, is a thoroughly gentleman.